Are being thrown out for official misconduct in the state. At least 8,000 cases are now in the hands of the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court. For 8 years, Sonya Farik worked at the Department of Public Health Amherst Laboratory as a chemist, responsible for analyzing samples in criminal drug cases. In January of 2013, authorities discovered unlabeled drugs at Farik's workstation. She was arrested after a search of her car revealed even more stolen drugs. During her trial, Farik admitted to using drugs in the lab and even manufacturing in the lab of crack cocaine for her own personal use. She was given an 18-month jail sentence.
This is really a historic case here in Massachusetts.
Rhodes is the executive director of the Massachusetts ACLU. The group is seeking the dismissal of all the convictions based in part on evidence Farik handled.
Tens of thousands of families who've been impacted by this because their loved ones had served time in jail and in prison.
This isn't the first drug lab scandal in Massachusetts. In 2013, chemist Dookhan, who worked at a state lab in Boston, pled guilty to falsifying the results of drug tests over an 8-year span. In April, the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court made the historic decision to dismiss nearly 22,000 wrongful drug convictions in cases that Dookhan worked on.
Her output was prodigious and frankly unrealistic because she was just making it up.
The magnitude of this disaster is grand, to say the least.
Nicole Deford is a former assistant district attorney. She says the cases involving Farik will likely be thrown out and will be difficult to prosecute again.
They're going to have to undo all these cases, which will take more time than it probably did to prosecute them in the first place.
11 of the state's district attorneys believe some of the cases are still pursuable. The Amherst drug lab where Farik worked is now closed. The ACLU hopes a decision can come in the early spring.